Most people think Kraft Heinz is just another giant food company. Here's the part almost no one knows. A merger that was supposed to create an unstoppable powerhouse is now being undone piece by piece. A $100 billion empire is choosing to split itself apart, not because it failed financially, but because the structure they built is no longer built for the world they're living in. And here's where it gets interesting. This breakup reveals something bigger happening across the entire food industry. 10 years ago, the merger between Kraft and Heinz was hyped as the perfect combination. Two massive brands, two global portfolios, one company that could scale faster, negotiate harder, and dominate categories for decades. But today, that same company is preparing to split in two. And the real explanation isn't obvious. It has nothing to do with collapsing sales, and everything to do with how fast the food industry changed. The idea behind the merger was simple. Bigger is better. Bigger factories, bigger supply chains, bigger bargaining power with retailers. But while Kraft Heinz was building bigger, consumers started moving in the opposite direction. They wanted fresher products, cleaner ingredients, more premium flavors, more modern packaging, and completely new brands that didn't exist 10 years ago. Here's the twist. Those younger brands moved faster, much faster, than a merged giant ever could. On paper, the merger was a strategic masterpiece. Massive cost savings, shared logistics, unified teams, and a worldwide footprint. But in reality, the company became a giant that was optimized for efficiency, not innovation. And in the modern food industry, innovation is the only thing stopping big brands from aging out. Here's the part nobody talks about. The merger shifted the entire company's focus toward cost-cutting, reducing budgets, squeezing margins, centralizing operations, streamlining everything. But at the same time, competitors were investing heavily in high-protein snacks, premium sauces, clean label products, and functional ingredients. While others were building the future, Kraft Heinz was protecting the past. Another major issue was the internal culture clash. Kraft came from a traditional, brand-driven background. Heinz operated with a global, efficiency-focused mindset. Then the financial pressure behind the merger added an even harsher layer of discipline. That combination created slow decisions, internal friction, risk-averse teams, and a leadership style that made experimentation difficult. Here's the twist. You can't cost-cut your way into relevance. You can only invest your way into it. And then there was the synergy myth. Billions in projected savings, dozens of processes to consolidate, one massive integrated machine. But synergies only work when both sides naturally fit together, and these didn't. Factories were consolidated too quickly. Supplier networks were reshuffled before teams were ready. Iconic brands lost some of their unique identities. And instead of becoming flexible, the company became heavy, hard to turn, slow to react. Meanwhile, consumer behavior was changing faster than ever. People wanted better ingredients, cleaner labels, healthier options, sustainable packaging, and products that felt more premium. Legacy categories, like processed cheese and packaged meals, weren't disappearing, but they weren't the growth engines they once were. Kraft Heinz wasn't losing money. It was losing momentum. And in food, momentum is everything. So why split the company now? Because the merger accidentally created two businesses inside one body, and they were running at completely different speeds. One side is a slower, steady packaged foods business that needs stability and long-term consistency. The other side, especially the global Heinz condiments business, needs speed, innovation, and aggressive global expansion. One wants predictability, the other wants growth. Keeping them tied together slowed both down. This breakup is more than a corporate move. it signals a major shift across the entire food industry. For decades, the strategy was acquire everything, bundle categories, build a massive portfolio. But today, that model is breaking. Consumers change too fast. Retail power is too strong. Trends move in months, not years. And companies that are too big struggle to pivot. The future of food is speed, not size. The Kraft Heinz breakup isn't a failure. It's a recalibration, a recognition that the structure built 10 years ago doesn't work for the next 10. And sometimes the smartest move isn't building a bigger empire. It's breaking the empire apart so each piece can finally grow. Here's the real lesson. Scale gives power, but agility gives survival. And the food companies that win the next decade won't be the ones that merge aggressively, but the ones that adapt relentlessly. Kraft Heinz is rewriting its strategy, and in the process, it may be revealing the new blueprint for big food.